Hey family, so happy Friday. We are back with our series, but we have tweaked it similar to how we changed the Monday and the Wednesday themes. So because we're still streaming, premiering, whatever you want to call it, on Fridays, we're going to shift it to a divine feminine focus, right? So what are you attracting? And the emphasis is going to be on what you're manifesting as you prioritize your receptive and magnetic energy. We're going to look to see what abundance is coming in. We're going to look to see what wealth you can anticipate on all planes. Okay. I like it. It is timeless again, but we're putting it out on Fridays. So hence the Venus theme. Okay. All right. So I am going to hold it up now so you can choose your piles. Pile number 1 is the rose sugar cookie. Pile number 2 is the pink and gold cake pop. Pile number 3 is the pink snowball. Use your imagination. It's whatever flavor you want it to be. And then pile number 4 is the pink mini raspberry cheesecake. Okay? I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my rose sugar cookie. We're going to take a look at what are you attracting, right? We want to see, whenever you find this, your divine feminine energy, what you're manifesting, you know, what you're very receptive and magnetic to in all of the most abundant ways. Okay, so let me get you know what, I lied. There is an energy of connectivity, okay, but I did kind of see something regarding some type of edit. So something is going to connect soon and you're going to adjust. You're attracting those adjustments. You're attracting the right types of connections, whether we're talking about internally, where everything's syncing, right? Where you're seeing the results with your health, your wellness you want, as well as externally, your connections, the right types of connections, the healthy types of connections in your world. But I did not want to make this the overview. So we're going to jump piles just really quick, so I can use the moonology. I wanted moonology to be the overview. So my rose sugar cookie. What are you attracting? Let's do a little divine feminine energy check in for you today. From my pile number 1, let's get an overview. Okay, time to breathe out. Well, it does talk about just chilling out, right? Being cool, taking breaks, prioritizing rest, and obviously, because of the nature of the reading, it talks about manifesting the luxury of being able to take time to breathe out, right? We can always say, oh, prioritize rest, prioritize breaks, but if you don't have that luxury, then obviously it's a little more difficult to have that happen. Now, I have Show the World the Real You, full moon in Aquarius. Something about, there's someone, and this is just kind of a side note, there's someone specific that needs to see you resting, that wants to see you resting, right? Like something about this feels like you taking time to breathe out. There's a specific person that wants to see you do that. I don't know if it has something to do with balance. I don't know if it's someone that's concerned about you, but that's just kind of a message that's coming through. And now that it's developing slowly through the channel, I'm getting a wave of you're attracting the types of connections, the types of relationships, the types of friends, the types of associates, the types of networks that want to see you resting, that want to see you taking breaks, taking vacations, treating yourself, self-love, self-care. So it feels like a complete shift and adjustment like we initially channeled, where I don't want to say the people you're attracting, the connections you're attracting are people that actually care about you and your well-being. But yeah, I mean, to be blunt about it, that's kind of what I've got. So if historically you've not been in situations where people have cared about you like that, this is your confirmation that whatever inner work you're doing, adjustments you're making, right, moves you're making, physical and spiritual, is aligning you with that type of environment. Okay, those types of collective spaces. Full moon in Aquarius is coming up. At the bottom of your reset here, we have Three of Cups, which does talk about your relationships and your friendships. So you are attracting the right types of friends. You're attracting the types of friends that, again, care about you and your ability to rest. You're attracting the types of friends that you can be yourself with, that you actually can enjoy yourself, take vacations and things like that with. I don't know why that was a specific thing, but some of you don't have friends to socialize with, to do friendship things. Like, I know I talked to some of y'all, and some of you only have relationships where you just kind of like sit around with these friends, and I don't say trauma bond, but like y'all don't really do anything hobby based or like fun. If you're in this group, you're attracting friends that you can do those things with. Not saying the old friends go away, but it's just you'll have more. You're expanding your circle a little bit, okay? Also, I like this combination in the sense that you'll be attracting the types of relationships where you can just completely be yourself, completely let your guard down, right? You can take a deep breath out, right? Because I'm getting a vision of someone having to like suck their stomach in, chest out, trying to look slimmer and things like that. Here, now you just let it go the way you want to in these situations and circumstances. So I like it. It feels like you're going to be really at ease. So there's a level of comfort you're attracting that you're not used to. So tell me more about this divine feminine pile, please. My rose sugar cookie. We are still on pile 1. Look at you and your power. Really independent, really confident, right? Certain, right? Really sure of yourself, really stable on your own. And this is a person that can contribute to collective spaces because you're fully enriched within you, right? Like you've been taken care of first, you've pampered yourself first. So when you socialize, network, collaborate, it doesn't feel like you're losing anything. It's not draining because you got yours first, right? I like that. So tell me, it's not going to be a lack of balance. It's not going to be all of this juggling. Rest and breathing out. It's going to feel very easy, these connections, okay? Not overreacting to each other, not overthinking, okay? So tell me more. Look at that. I got the Goddess of Wands, really creative, really expressive, really active. I see you attracting just a lot of energy. And when I say energy, I don't mean like heightened aura and attention. I mean energy for yourself. So if you've been tired, if you've been a little laggy, you're manifesting and attracting so much more energy to do more. Like some of you don't even realize that like you have the ability to do a lot of the more social things than you think you do. Like some of you are like, I don't have the social battery, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, but it's just that you haven't been prioritizing your joy and pleasure and your rest. So it feels like you don't have the energy for extra activities and hobbies, but you do, and you're going to see that soon because you're actually attracting the energy to do that. Take both. And look at that. Victory, success, and praise. You're attracting victory, success, and praise. This divine feminine pile is likely dominant in earth and fire. Earth and fire. I got the Goddess of Wands and the Goddess of Pentacles. Earth and fire. That's what you're attracting. You're developing those aspects of your chart if those are your placements. You've got a 9 of Cups. I mean, this is someone that's comfortable, confident on their own. I do have love decks. We will develop that area of your life for sure. But this just talks about your ability to connect with any and everybody around you in a healthy way because you are fulfilled, you are stable as an individual. Like this is an I, me, selfish, self-love, self-care pile, okay? You're attracting all of that, okay? So I'm gonna pull from this other astrology deck. Tell me more about my pile number 1, my rose sugar cookie. What are they attracting? What is this divine feminine Venus energy aura for right now? What are they receptive to? What is their magnetic energy I'm holding this in reverse. Why am I doing that? Something about the letter S is in reverse, as in it's either a blockage that, and when I say a blockage, it's a necessary one. It's good. The letter S is relevant though, okay? This talks about a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. It's in reverse. So normally it's a little bit of a favorable aspect when we talk about astrology charts, right? But something about the back and forth of the tension and the flow feels like more of this, everything is stable, right? We're not focused on potential. We're focused on what is real, what is grounded, and we're seeing those successful results because remember, we're being praised and recognized and we're celebrating here because we've done so well, okay? Square is in reverse, which is good because that does talk about the challenges and the difficulty of a mountain to climb. So in reverse, it's saying there's a block, there's a boundary set with situations like that, okay? Now, I did have Taurus in reverse, which talks about the transformation of kind of more Scorpio-based energy. Now, you know Taurus is ruled by Venus. So what are you attracting? Something about this blockage, okay? The break is going to clear this blockage. I'm going to flip it upright and pull more, but if you've struggled, if you've been overactive in your masculine expression, then that's why, okay? And look, the house that rules the sign we just looked at, right? Taurus, house 2. So what I like, clearing that blockage, especially if it's affected your finances. When we talk about you as an individual, being able to do the things you want to do, as well as having the stability that you need, you're manifesting assets, self-worth, and stability, okay? Literal money on the table. I got Chiron, which talks about healing, all of that we just looked at, okay? I love it. I'll put this over here. Okay. And let's pull from, I wanted to pull more of these. That's why we didn't use it as the overview. Incoming energy of transforming, and I love how it fell on top of these reversals, transforming the difficulty, the stress, the overextending, the overexerting, the lack of efficiency, because that's what all of that is when it's not working out and you're not stable. All of that's going away. I love it for you. And let me see, what else is my pile number 1 attracting? Tell me about this divine feminine energy of pile number 1, please. What are they manifesting? What are they attracting? All of this, I guess. All right. And that as well. One fell out of, I said out of range. Something's falling out of range, or something's coming in that was once out of range. So we're transforming. We're getting all of that fiery courage I mentioned at the beginning. You're becoming more aware, self-aware, and aware of how you come across the people, how people interact with you, right? You're more confident and stable as an individual. So that awareness, it's like when I'm confident and comfortable in who I am, I won't question my awareness. We got a maturing energy of the lunar eclipse, which talks about sovereignty. Now, in this deck, it is actually the divine feminine card. I'm gonna put it here because something about that goddess of wands and that coloring, right? That red, like, yeah, there are pinks and peaches there, but that red, that divine feminine energy, have more red. Lean into the color red, okay, pile 1? Something about you need to lean into the color red as far as your divine feminine expression, whether it's clothes, nails, hair, something about red. Just lean into that a little bit, okay? That's going to emphasize and help magnetize you further, all right? We got Sage Moon in reverse, where we talk about purify, and we've got a maturing energy. Look, Taurus is back, but this time it's maturing in the Lover. So something about, some of you are going to be very surprised at this manifestation I'm going to lead in, which I love, because once we look at the bottom of the deck, we're going into the love cards, because we're about to close it out soon. Some of you, as you step more into your divine feminine expression, as you become more magnetic, as you become more attractive physically, mentally, spiritually, right? As you begin to ground, a connection, a person that maybe you thought it wasn't going to work out with, or maybe you didn't want it to work out with. Like, not that anything was wrong or anything chaotic, but just something about a lover matured. Maybe you thought a cycle closed. It could just be that simple without all of the drama, like, oh, the cycle closed, I'm not worried about this person, I'm not even in that area, or I'm not even in that space, or am I still even attracted to this person because I've been elevating, have they been elevating? Like, something about this person that stepped in, you're not purifying that connection, right? Like, it's not gonna go away. If anything, it's going to become like you're going to be more attracted to this person's going to be more attracted to you. So what's at the bottom? That's different. I'm not used to seeing that. I got a maturing energy of focus. Okay. So yeah, more focus on this connection, actually more focus on the self, more focus and emphasis on the divine feminine expression as you heal and elevate and become more magnetic. Now, don't forget what I told you about this red and emphasizing more of this red. Okay, because I don't know why that came through so prominently. So tell me, when it comes to my pile number 1, my rose sugar cookie, tell me about the divine feminine energy of this rose sugar cookie when it comes to love and their connection specifically. Are they attracting in love? There we go. Okay, I like it. Attention. The attention. Okay, if you have a history of partners that you have trouble connecting with, that you don't feel heard, you don't feel listened to, you don't feel valued, right? You feel like they're halfway in, whatever it is. Attention. You're going to have attention. That's why all this bold red. That's what you're attracting. People that hear you, people that listen to what you say, people that reflect on what you say and remember it, right? That level of consideration. And it's not even just romantic, because I see all connections where people literally listen and consider what you've said. Okay, consider your perspective. Okay, so I love it. If you're used to, oh, okay, a lot came through. Exciting news. This is incoming energy, but barely incoming. We'll touch on in a second. If you're used to a partner or just people in general that talk over you, that's gonna start fading out. You'll notice that people do that less and less. You'll notice that you won't attract romantic partners that do that anymore. Like, you know, it says sometimes what a person needs is not a wise mind that speaks, but a patient heart that listens. Feels like the romantic partner coming in will truly, like, it may frighten you a little bit initially. It may be eerie because the person, I get a vibe of someone that is very, very quiet and very intently listening to you. That may make you uncomfortable at first because you're not used to having people's attention in that way, right? Like, when you're talking, like, this is the type of person that when you're talking to them, if their back is turned, they will put everything down and turn around and face you and, like, maintain eye contact until you're done. It feels a little bit eerie like that. So just, I know if you're not used to that, that might throw you off a little bit. But I like it. I think it's nice. So what is this incoming energy? Very soon, this person's coming in. You will slow down even more with this connection. This connection is going to help you. And this could be your current partner, right? When we're talking about this person right here, where some of you may think you're outgrowing your partner, but that's not true. They're slowly growing with you too. And you'll just realize once you stop prioritizing yourself the way you need to for this spell. But very soon you'll slow down and there will be some type of reconciliation. Very, very literal. And look, it came out with exciting news. So very soon there will be some type of reconciliation and exciting news. If you have absolutely no one in mind, you may find yourself aligning with someone you've been familiar with, right? Historically, as you've elevated, they've elevated. There's been a shift in energy and compatibility. I can see that. Also, it just talks about finding a soulmate, right? Because now you're aligned and receptive with that energy. We've got children, and it says children are a significant factor in your love life and may signify the desire for them or someone's inner child needing attention. Some of you are attracting the desire to do so. As you heal that side of you, you're going to start desiring children, where maybe you hadn't, or you may find yourself more ready to have a family with children a lot sooner than you thought you would be, okay? Now, this exciting news is going to make you feel like a child. It feels romantic in nature, but doesn't have to be exclusive to that. You may do something exciting with children, but you do have, again, when we talk about those themes, I mentioned all of the healing, inner child healing that slows you down and lightens your aura, okay? All right, I love it. So let me get your advice and take you out. So we can go to pile 2. What advice do we have for pile 1? This rose sugar cookie. What advice do we have for the rose sugar cookie regarding their divine feminine energy? So what, look, taking time to enjoy your soul family. You got people coming in, not just a soul mate. This is you stepping into a cycle of soul tribe. I love it. It says call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And this is the soul family card. I mean, it is what it is. That's the energy that you're in. And it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I did almost accidentally flip it in reverse, so that lets me know you're gonna multitask less. It's not gonna be as necessary. Like, I know we're always constantly multitasking, but it feels like you're not gonna be as busy, and you're gonna be very surprised at the fact that you're not gonna be as busy. Okay, for some reason, the things you're going to be doing, the way you're connecting with people, the work that you're going to be doing, and the time frame that this manifests, it's going to feel like you're just chilling, hanging out, being yourself, and the whole time you'll be uplifting humanity and like fulfilling your purpose. But it's just for some reason, it's just not going to feel like work, which is 100% the alignment of divine feminine energy, okay? I love this energy for you, my rose sugar cookie. I'm gonna close you out now and move on to pile number 2. All right, my pile number 2, my pink and gold cake pop. So I just got a lot to channel and just let you know straight up, because I'm gonna be very honest with you. It's already great energy, but it's not fast energy, right? So immediately you're getting keys. Whatever it is you need keys to, want keys to, absolutely see the manifestation of the keys, okay? So that's one of the things you're attracting and manifesting as you heighten your divine feminine energy and channel your Venus, okay? But not yet. So like if you need keys to something, keys to somewhere, it's not going to be this week. It's not going to be today. For sure, it's not going to be today. I will not tell you that. It's not going to be, like, you need to know today, but it's not happening today at all. It's not happening next week. It might not even happen within a month. It's definitely not happening within a month, okay? Maybe next month, maybe next quarter, okay? Because what I see here is everything that you're manifesting, everything that you're heightening, right? It's just now started. Like, it feels like someone that truly just started to manifest, truly just started to attract the energy. Like, it's very, very early. Like, you just started this. And if you're like, no, I've been manifesting for years. You've been trying to manifest for years. You're just now starting to align with your divine feminine receptive side enough to see something shake. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's this group. And I know that because in the intro, I introduced your pile. I'm like, yeah, that's the pink and gold cake. I'm mentioning keys. I'm talking about luxury because this is a pile that will have luxury. But I forgot to mention the gem, right? I forgot to mention the pearls that are on this cake pop. That's like one of the most, I guess, valuable things on your dessert. So you're not quite there yet because it's still brand new. You're just now truly, like, you're just now manifesting for real. I saw the 9 of swords. I saw the 9 of swords and the 10 of swords, which the worst mental state you can be in. Okay. 10 of swords is the worst situation you can be in. It's literally rock bottom, literally have to be reborn. So again, it's too early to see the exact results you want, but I'm telling you that they're absolutely coming in. Just give it a little more time, okay? So because it's not the time yet, because I also saw I saw the no card, I saw the wait postpone, and when I saw that, it had an energy of soul contracts finalizing, right? Like I saw soul contracts are closing, finalizing, so that you can finish this cycle, right? And boom, we've got the full moon in Aries, which happens around Libra season, which, see, Venus energy, okay? So fall season, you may really see like something manifest to the point where you're like, yes, there's my Venus energy, there's my divine feminine energy. I'm actually manifesting, I'm actually attracting. For those of you real time, this may be when you really believe what I'm telling you. You don't have to believe me today. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Okay, you will see. But at the bottom here, yeah, because we have a lack of ability to surrender, we got a full moon in reverse. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna pull anymore. I'm just gonna put it like that because that blockage is clearing. And this is why. The double meaning of the cards is where you hadn't been able to manifest because you lacked the ability to surrender. Some of you, you're just beginning to master the part where you use necessary force. Some of you do too much. You spike up, you spike down, and that's the issue. That is how you end up in Ten of Swords energy, by the way. Like some of you are just now realizing like, okay, no, I know where I don't need to surrender and move. And I know when I've done enough. And that healthy balance is what's really attracting and manifesting for the first time. Because most of you in this file are really, truly manifesting for the first time. And I don't say that in a condescending way. I say that in a, think about if you're thinking you're doing good right now, you have no idea. That's the most amazing part about it is you're like, yeah, I've been manifesting. I saw results. The cards say that you haven't. So imagine the results you're going to see now. You're actually good at manifesting. You get what I'm saying? Some of you may have Libra placements. Got a Goddess of Swords here. I'll put that there. White looks really good on you. It's very flattering, okay? So tell me more. Talk about, yeah, white and blue. Those colors actually heighten your divine feminine energy. White and blue, okay? You may have, you may be very lunar in nature, right? I have a white themed moon. What is it called? It's a love reading, so go to it. Those of y'all that like it, you will see it. It's very easy to see. It's like the only white thumbnail with everything on there. But it's going to be a series soon. I'll try to... It is Milky Moon Day. Haha, that's it. Go to that one, okay? And then... What else? The Goddess of Wands is here. Some of you have air and fire placements. But that could also be water. When we talk about water, I mean specific to Cancer and Pisces placements, okay? If not, that's your Venus style, okay? Right? So I have a Son of Cups here, okay? Any of you that have made any offerings of any kind, you're in your right place, right space. That is helping you manifest. That has attracted, especially when we talk about cups to rivers or lakes or ponds. Those of you that have done that, you're in your right place, right space. There is a white peacock there. So those of you that like the redirections, that white peacock is on the channel. That's you. Okay? Absolutely go there. Okay? So what is that Son of Cups talking about while I shuffle this deck? Some of you got a little bit of an admirer, somebody that really thinks that you look good. They want to offer you something. It could be love, like an offer of actual love. It could just be an offer of affection, a friendship, okay? But most of what you are attracting now is in the unseen realms. We have the moon, right? The moon talks about the unseen. Full moon in reverse feels like a lunar eclipse. Okay, I know that's not the card, but it's when the moon is covered. It's still full, but it's covered, so you can't see the enrichment right yet, right? Like you can't see the luminary because it's covered, and you haven't, like, even though it's manifested, it's still in spirit. It's still in the ethers and it hasn't grounded. That's what you need to know, because you're still in the attracting stage of it to where you're not really seeing anything. Okay. But I do see the house 2, which is a house of stability where you need that. Okay. Opposition. Definitely if you have Pisces placements, you're here, you're in your right place, right space. But opposition is trying to show itself with this lunar moon Pisces energy. That's gonna be a blockage. Okay, I'm making you aware. So like, have faith and trust that you're attracting, and make sure you acknowledge your baby steps of growth, because that's going to be a blockage. Okay, the message you're getting on what you're attracting and manifesting, your divine feminine energy has not fully peaked. Your divine feminine energy has not fully peaked. Okay, Pal 2. This is the pink and gold pearl cake pop. Okay, just to remind you where you are. It has not peaked. You have no idea where you will be within the next few months and beyond a year. Okay, so let me see. Give me more. I got the sign of Virgo. Virgo Pisces axis, and I mentioned by next year you're going to be a totally different person, and the best way you'll truly be in your divine feminine energy. Okay, you'll be living it and experiencing it in the 3D, because the Pisces, I'll say it right, the Pisces Virgo axis right now, that's where the nodes are, right? North node in Pisces, south node in Virgo, and that transit does not end until sometime in 2026. So again, those of you where you're watching, I'm making you aware, by the end of this transit, you'll see results, and you may have those placements as well. I want to get maybe 1 or 2 more for this group. Where are we? Yeah, we got a little bit of time. Yeah, Capricorn. Okay. And Neptune. So yeah, so water is a thing. Okay, if you need help manifesting, water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're using skincare products, all of those things. You're attracting the situation and the luxury to be able to prioritize those things. When we talk about making sure you're hydrated, making sure your skin's hydrated, all of those things. All of these feel like the attention to detail when it comes to that. Neptune Pisces is a very mermaid-esque aura. That's the aura that you're stepping into. I don't care if you're Capricorn placements. I don't care if you're fire sign placements, air sign placements. If you look at your solar return or your Venus return, something's shifting in the sky right now to where you are stepping into, you're looking more Virgo Pisces axis. And I'm taking it to mean more Pisces, which the moon and tarot is ruled by, right? Because we got Pisces, 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 homeboy at the lake, okay? With the peacock. So it feels like you're going to be that mermaid. And I mentioned you looking really good in white and blue, which is like water, like the shades of water. Okay, especially if you prefer more sharp, fiery colors. You're gonna soften your shades, right? From reds and fire to water, whites and blue. That's gonna be you. All right. Let me pull from here and see what's going on. And I don't know what's creating that shift. Maybe it's healing. Maybe it's just the growth and elevation. Maybe that fire is just the hardness of life. It feels like this is a pile of the fire is the hardness of life. So you'll start channeling it in a more creative way versus being hard, possibly aggressive, nitpicky, all those things like that. Because these two talk about working very hard, being very laborious, possibly physically hard. You know what I'm saying? And like softening up. Like this is a pile of your softening up. And I know people are like, oh, I hate when people associate divine feminine energy with softness. It doesn't feel like softness in a weakness sense. It feels like softness in a, I don't have to, so I won't. That's what it feels like. That's the perfect description. I don't have to, therefore I won't. Okay. Yeah, so I got Cancer in reverse, nurturer, which I think is, I love that like the spirit team of this pile is backing me, because people don't like the way we describe divine feminine energy. Cancer energy is absolutely divine feminine energy, but this pile is saying, yeah, but we're definitely not going to be the weak depiction of it, right? This is not a pile of you nurturing people. You're not going to be nurturing people. The end. Like, this is you stepping into your, if anything, it's going to be offerings to you, okay? But you are not stepping into a nurturing energy for this pile 2. This is, you're stepping into more self-care, self-value, like worrying about you, okay? And let me see more. Tell me more about this pink and gold pearl cake pop for my pile 2. What divine feminine energy you stepping into. Okay. We got a resting energy in reverse. Tell me more about that. Okay, so you know what? There usually is a polarity. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all don't like it, but whatever. It is what it is. It's literally how it is. Those of you that are because notice we've got these contradictory energies. We got someone that's a little hyper in their active principle and someone that is really in their receptive principle. Those of you that are overly in your receptive principle are going to not be nurtured anymore, and you're not going to be able to rest as much. You're going to get to work. The end. You're manifesting opportunities, right? It's not going to feel bad and scary. It's not any punishment. It's saying, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I got activities. I got hobbies, right? People aren't doing things for me, so I'm able to figure it out myself. I feel strong. I feel powerful. That's the red. If you're stepping into the red, and it's a very powerful, fiery energy that maybe you never had confidence. Maybe you never had strength. Maybe you were never brave. And boom, here you go. Now, obviously, the side here, if that's you, very active, very direct, possibly aggressive, you're softening more. Because that's where where you're not going to be nurturing people anymore, right? You're going to be more efficient with that and prioritizing your rest. So let me see more. What else is going on with this pearl cake pop? Pink and gold pearl cake pop. Tell me, okay, I've gotten 2. And I mentioned you're going to be more refined, right? And that's exactly what's incoming, right? I mentioned your manifestations haven't grounded yet, okay? You'll have support, and you'll begin seeing repeating 3s to let you know, right? Because refine and support came out together. That is 3 and 33, okay? So 3, 3, 3. You'll be seeing that. So the number 3 may not only just be a angel number for you, it may be a relevant number. Like maybe you were born on a 3rd, or like life path numbers, a variety of reasons why that could be special to you. You all have different identities. Now, remember what I said. It's a slow journey. The side where you're really active, you go, 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 work, 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 and you're not seeing the results, you may you have issues with the surrendering. That's a blockage. Calm down a little bit. Okay. And obviously the side of you where you're going to not be nurtured as much. You're not going to be able to rest as much. It's time to refine and get busy a little bit. Okay. Look at that. You know what? I love how aligned we are with our reading today, because every pile so far, both of them got the lunar eclipse, got the sovereignty, divine feminine card. So if you're wondering, just in general, if you're on track with your divine feminine energy, the answer is yes. Maybe a little discomfort depending on where you fall, but it's coming, okay? And you have time. You're going to reach there. I mentioned within a year, the eclipse is going to be relevant, because by me getting lunar eclipse, and I mentioned this card earlier, I mentioned that something about the full moon in reverse feels like an eclipse, which the next one is in September. There'll be a plethora of eclipses over the next several years. So whenever you find this, an eclipse will be relevant in some way where it kind of makes you feel like, okay, I'm seeing something. Okay. So let me get your advice. Oop. I wonder what that means, because I'm not pulling advice. This is the love deck in my hand. I'm going straight to advice. So maybe you need advice in love. So what are you attracting? What is the divine feminine Venus energy of my pile number 2, my pearl cake pop? Exciting news. You're manifesting exciting news. You will get the exciting news. You just won't get it today, tomorrow, or next week, okay? So tell me more about... Y'all know I don't lie to y'all. Tell me more about love for my pile 2, please. My gold, my pink and gold. Okay. The advice. Okay, look at that. Look at your... because I mentioned I was going to get you some advice. You have exciting news coming in. Calm down. Be cool. Like, don't be overly annoyed. Slow down. Okay? So, yeah, I guess you are getting advice. Do not be easily agitated. Slow down. Exciting news is coming in. When you're like that, it slows it down. Okay? I want to get one more before I get your actual advice. Some of you are going to get... as you continue to glow up into your divine feminine energy, you're going to become very annoyed with a real romantic partner. I don't like to say that, but it's the truth. Like, if you have someone you're already dealing with, you're going to be annoyed. It feels like, and I don't want to be like that, but I mean, the cards don't lie. It feels like someone that's going to be really jealous of your glow up, of how good you start looking, how good you start feeling, how confident you are, how successful you become. Because the more exciting news you get, the more annoyed this person gets, the more this person wants to slow you down. I don't support that. I'm sorry. I like, sometimes y'all treat me like I'm a hater in y'all's connection. I'm not, but I don't support that. Like, you know, like, some of you are gonna decide you're not interested in, like, especially when we talk about like actual childbearing people, you're gonna like, I'm not ready to be a mother. I'm not slowing down. You're gonna have to be mad because I'm leveling up. I see that for some of you, okay? Family and look what came in. I'm not holding this in reverse. Some of you, look, see, family and friends in reverse. Some of you are like, no, I'm not. I don't have time for that. I'm in my boss girl era, so you're gonna have to wait. I mean, it is what it is. Like, some of you are like, nah, right now I'm not in the family era, so you're gonna have to wait. And some of you may meet a partner within the next year that's like wanting you to take a step back, and it doesn't look like that's like it, because it looks like this is a pile of attracting my boss girl era, my level up era, and like even the mermaid energy. It is not the maternal one. It's the I'm a siren energy versus it's not the maternal. It's not the maternal energy of Cancer. It is the siren energy of Pisces. Okay. So I've got inner fears. It's on the table here. Feels like you're gonna attract people that are afraid of your power. I mentioned siren energy. You're gonna have that energy where people are afraid of your power, intimidated by your power, especially when we talk about romantic options. And that's too bad, because like, right, because I've got a really fiery feminine on the table, and I've got a very Pisces-esque, which is mysterious. It's kind of occult vibes. It's magical, fantasy-based energy. So both of them can be scary in different ways and intimidating in different ways. And those are the two divine feminine energies that hit my table for this group. It just is what it is. I don't know what else to tell you. Should I pull more? I guess I'll pull more to see. I mean, what else when it comes to love, just real quick, because I don't want to leave you hanging when it comes to love like that. So, I mean, some of you, the reality is the next year is just not going to be a priority. Others of you, very soon. What's very soon? What's very soon? The best part. Okay. Those of you where love is in the cards, as far as what you're attracting, it's going to be like a movie. The meeting, from the meeting to the making it exclusive, whole situation is gonna be like a movie, right? Okay, so let me get your advice. And that's for those of you that are ready for love, right? And truly wanting love, right? And it just feels like you're gonna have to set boundaries when it comes to being a mother, a parent, starting a family somewhere, somehow within this. Okay, that's what you're attracting. So it looks like you'll have options romantically for sure. So give me my advice for power. Yeah, longing for home, becoming the original light workers. You're stepping into your light worker era. You're finding your place, your space. You're setting those boundaries. I said, where do you need to establish better boundaries? I mentioned you being the pile that is in transition. Your manifestations haven't grounded yet. So it would make sense that you're still within the next, I guess, couple months now, present, aligning with romantic interests that aren't where you're going, because you're not even in the energy of where you're going, if that makes sense. It's like if you're dating someone now, starting to date somebody now, we got to answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Like, you're going to have to set those boundaries, because you're not even who you're going to be in a year. Okay, like your goals will be different because what you find available to you will be different. Okay, for this group. All right, but where you find a partner that you're loving and romancing from a divine feminine energy, just to experience one another without the need to start a family, like a movie. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out and move on to pile number 3. All right, my pile number 3, my pink snowball. Now, I said it in the intro, for those of you that missed it, just whatever flavor you want that to be, that's the flavor that it is. Okay, and if you know, you know, when I say the words, this the soft ice, y'all. It's not them hard ones. Okay, it's not the hard ones. When I was like, no, it looks like it's the soft ice. You know the difference between the soft ice and the preferences there. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, it's that. So this snowball, this is a pile. Ooh, okay, so if you have Leo placements, you in your right place, right space. If you do not, I hope you like attention. Because when we talk about what you're attracting, when we talk about divine feminine Venus energy, like, this is one where you will have a lot of attention whether you want it or not. Okay, so just prepare yourself. I have at the bottom where I'm going to do my overview, a new romantic cycle begins. So that's a new moon in Libra, which is ruled by Venus. I love all of the alignment for today. Now, those of you real time, you may really start experience this heightened aura around that time. Okay, and some of you are doing workings, whatever. It's like some of you are doing manifestations, some of you are actively trying to heighten your aura. Good for you. I'm telling you that it's working. But like, take a look at what I've got here. Okay, so I was already looking at the magician and all of this power, but look at the sun, very solar energy, ruled by Leo. I've got this yang energy of like an aura that's just stretched across galaxies. And then I have the explorer here. You might have Sagittarius placements. I've got that here now. I did have Leo, but we've got a vision. So all of the fire signs, so especially Leo and Sagittarius placements, that's you. And I didn't even know this was here. I had no idea this was here. I just grabbed it to be nosy just now. Sisterhood of the Rose, you're gonna really stand out. Some of you, it feels like you're gonna have you're gonna be in circles and situations where you're with other people that match that magnetic aura. I will say sometimes people are like, I don't want that because that's hyper competitive environments. To me, I don't necessarily find that the case. You want to be surrounded with people that have a similar aura to you, because they're less likely, arguably less likely, if they're confident enough, to be intimidated by you and threatened by the aura. Because this feels like my pile of gold aura that you can't contain when you go places. It's like people just naturally are going to turn and look at you because they kind of feel you step in, like whatever you're doing. That's why I think you're in the group with people that are actively doing that intentionally, right? It feels like someone that may be doing like popularity, fame, aura stuff. Okay, we got the full moon in Scorpio. So fall is a season. No, I apologize. The Venus ruled seasons are going to be key. So some of you are actively working with that planet, because this is that full moon that happens during Taurus season. So if you click this because you're like, oh, Venus, that's me. I'm heavy in my Venus energy. I'm Venus ruled. Whatever it is that has you attracted to the Venus energy, you're in your right place, right space. But you're going to notice that you're attracting a repellent for negativity. Like the attention that you're going to get is no longer going to be negative attention if you're used to that. And where you're banishing, like whether literally or just energetically, like you're not going to experience as much of that. Okay, I got full moon in Leo. Don't let your pride get in your way. Okay, a lot of fixed energy. I've got all 4 fixed signs here, right? Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. And this heightened aura feels like it's here to stay. Like it feels like it's not a temporary, it's not gonna fade. Like this is, once you reach the peak of this, that's kind of, it's gonna be able to maintain itself for some reason. Okay, so let me see, tell me more about what this is. Okay, black and blue. I don't know why I started doing that, but yeah, black and blue, definitely colors. So maybe white, but I'm mostly seeing black and blue, which makes sense with this Scorpio energy here. Okay, dominant energy of blue. So if you're manifesting, if you're heightening your aura, most of yours divine feminine energy is going to be aligned with the color blue. Okay, and black, especially if you have Scorpio placements. All right, black is like Scorpio placements, like that's you all the way. Always gonna look good in that color. So at the bottom, I've got the Emperor, Aries energy of being the one. Okay, it's I, me energy. It's conquering energy. Like what you're attracting is all of the attention. It's like a person that pulls everything away from everyone else around them. Not in a vampiric way, but it's like, I don't know. It's like if you're working on a project, right? For whatever reason, everyone wants to see your piece of the project. You get what I'm saying? So like that's what this pile is talking about right now. Okay, so you know, I got 2 with lights, holding a light. I mentioned that gold aura. Okay, some of you, like your hands have like a glow, like obviously not in a literal 3D sense, but in, when we look at people that can see auras, people that can literally read energy, they would say that the people selecting pile 3 have gold hand, like a heavy gold glow or heavy light illuminating from their hands. So I don't know if you work with your hands, I don't know if you just have healing hands, if you just touch people, something about your hands, heavy glow. Okay, so tell me more. I like this. Where ego has historically been an issue for you, my divine feminine pile, with the snowball, that's not gonna be a liability anymore. Like you're gonna get out of your own way, because that, I did see that at the beginning of your pile. I had the 8 of swords where you've been holding yourself back. You're really gonna see where you've been doing that and stop. Releasing the negativity of getting in your own way. So I love that for you. In the South Node, being very comfortable. Okay, if you're like, you're talking about attention, I don't want it, I don't like it, too bad, because it feels like you're going to be very comfortable with this attention. Like your South Node may very well be one where attention was like your thing in past life. Like you've been known for something, respected for something, popular for something. Because it feels like that's going to be part of this next attraction era of your divine feminine energy, of it being very natural to you, right? Because it almost feels like a past life karmic, I guess, contract, we can say, but this is some past life karma that needs to be fulfilled, is this attention, whatever it is. Okay, so tell me more. Okay, yeah, I was already gonna say, I mentioned all of the fixed signs, but I've also got the 2 major arcana that are ruled by the Virgo Pisces axis. There was a different pile where that was relevant. So you may have those placements, but remember, those of you watching real time, the nodes are in Virgo Pisces. So if this is your nodal return or nodal reversal, that's part of the glow up, right? If you have North Node, South Node in Virgo Pisces, or even in Gemini Sagittarius, we did have that earlier, okay? You're in your right place, right space. So tell me more. Feels like a complete transformation though. We talk about the sun and those mutable or fixed placements. And we do have some transits shifting from mutables to fixed or fixed to mutables. So that makes sense that I'm seeing this on the table. Okay. The sun is back. Let me see one more. And we got more moon. So lunar energy is going to be a big deal. If you need to work with the moon, that's going to help support you with your divine feminine energy. Okay. We got house 1 going to land right under the emperor, because that's the house that would be most associated with him, as he is Aries. What I forgot to say, because I got a love deck, y'all. We're going to get there. I just want to talk about you and your shift of you getting out of your own way and attracting all of this attention. Some of you, if you want, despite the attention, you'll still have your privacy if that's been a concern. I see it twice. You're attracting a divine masculine presence in whatever way that would benefit your life. If it's romantically, there you go. If it's partnership, there you go. But divine masculine energy is stepping in as one of the things you're attracting and manifesting towards you. And it makes sense, because when we have a divine feminine aura that is like magnetic like that, it's like a moth to a flame when it comes to divine masculine. It just is what it is. That's science. Okay. So this square energy, what is that? You're going to reveal some challenges you didn't realize. Like when I mentioned getting out of your own way, not only you being in your own way, but the moon in the Pisces 12th house theme references hidden gifts, right? And limitations. And your South Node rules your past life gifts, things you've mastered, right? Whether you believe in past lives or not, it's things you're naturally gifted at, right? So hidden gifts and talents will be revealed to help support you through challenging situations as one of the things you're manifesting. Unfortunately, this does talk about sometimes when we reveal hidden enemies, right? People, situations, and things that are holding us back. Because South Node also in the shadow sense rules what holds us back. It's our comfort zone, right? So where you've been holding yourself back, where other people have been holding you back, habits, all of that gonna be revealed. But the beauty is, I mentioned things you're already naturally gifted at. You'll find more of that, because that's hidden talents, that's hidden friends, right? This divine masculine may actually be a hidden friend. So let me get more. Yeah, let me get more, and then I'll grab you some love cards, since we've already got a divine masculine that stepped on the table for you. It's already looking like this is going to be a pile that has a divine union pending, right? From a past life with that South Node, actually. Let's see if, okay, we got transform. I was going to say, let's see if he's going to be a test, or if it's going to be like an actual union. Transform landed on mutable, and we all know mutable signs close seasons, right? They close cycles. So the ending of something. So what are you manifesting? If you need a cycle to close, then you're manifesting it, okay? Especially if you don't want something to renew. Like if there's something you're like, I don't want this to start up again. I don't want to, you know, I don't want this to be reborn. I want it to die. I want the situation to be over with. You're manifesting that, okay? But something about your transformation that you're glowing up in and you're attracting, it is not rare. It's not a blue moon. It feels like it is a karmic debt. It feels like it was destined for you. Like sometimes when we get opportunities and situations happen to us, it's like, yeah, that was so rare. It was once in a blue moon. your divine feminine energy does not feel like anything that's coming to you is once in a blue moon to you. Maybe it's once in a blue moon to other people, right? Maybe it's rare to other people. Maybe it's something that other people wouldn't have access to or be capable of doing, but not you. Okay? This is the one pile in all of the readings I've done where I may let you think you're a little bit better than other people. Slightly. Okay? So tell me more about this pink snowball. Let me see. I can get 1, 2 more. What is this divine feminine Venus energy of my pink snowball? My pile number 3, attracting. What are they manifesting? Release. You're like, it's over with. It's done. I'm done with that era. It's over with. I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to miss any of these people. I'm not going to miss myself. I don't know why it's so chaotic. Yeah, you're trusting the guidance of, you've already trusted the guidance of initiating the boundaries. And that's why it's like, nah, it's over with. I'm not starting again. I'm not worried about it. Over. Over. Okay. Yeah, seed moon. This is not new. Everything that I'm seeing on the table is been pending, right? We got a lot of wisdom that's come in. Some of you, it's a long time coming. This may be my late bloomer pile. You're a little more mature than you would have expected or other people would have expected you to be when this energy fully heightens, I'll say, right? When we talk about manifestation and attracting and everything that you like about being a divine feminine or being in tune with your divine feminine expression, this is not a seed you just planted. This is past life seeds. This is like you've been doing this since you were younger. If it feels like you're finally just finding your footing. Okay, so let me get into this love situation. Tell me, what is this divine feminine energy of my pink snowball attracting? Let's get another good shuffle. What is my pink snowball? Pile 3. What is the divine feminine Venus energy attracting? Okay, I'll take this. I don't know, whatever this is over and done. We got transform and whatever that love card is in reverse. So I'm a little nervous. Memories. That's hilarious. You are done with memories. You are done with the past. Which is crazy because South Node is here with you leaning into it. I guess that's the 5 of Cups though, of just, it's over with. Because I did pretend that wasn't there, I'm realizing. I never read that 5 of Cups. It's like you don't even remember the 5 of Cups. You don't remember the bad situations. You won't even remember. You'll have healed or you just avoid it like that. You will not acknowledge the spilled milk in your life, the lost opportunities. Like, you are not dwelling on the past at all. It's like, it's dead, it's over with, boom, no memories. I don't remember you, I don't remember that. Don't ask me about it. Okay? And look, you're gonna have love at first sight. Some of you are gonna fall in love at first sight with somebody you barely remember, which is hilarious. Because you may have known them. Because why is memories in reverse? You know, because there's 2 sides of it. Because there's a reason why we're bringing up all of this past energy and we don't remember. Like, the past, the memories don't apply. It's love at first sight. It's brand new from scratch. Whether it's an actual person from a past life that you've not met, or if this divine masculine is someone where brand new from scratch, right? You know the person, but like, you're not worried about the past with them. Okay? But you got love at first sight coming in. You're attracting that for sure. With the divine masculine, it will be a safe place, safe space. Okay, so you're manifesting safety, which I always love to see if that's been an issue for you. So let me see one more in the bottom. My pile number 3, my pink snowball. I don't have an issue with these butterflies. Oh, you're manifesting the best thing. Like, you're manifesting, you're manifesting a partner that makes you laugh, that gives you butterflies, that you really enjoy, that you feel safe with, that you have faith in, that you trust. right? That you just really enjoy, that listens to you and considers you. Okay, that's what you're manifesting. So if love has been a priority, it feels like this is the one power where love may have actually been a priority. And even if not, something about the way your aura is heightened and attracting the work you've done in clearing space, it's attracting a counterpart, a divine counterpart to you. Okay, so let me get this advice for my pink snowball, my pile number 3, so we can close you out. Let me get advice for my pile number 3. What are you being called to journey to? Okay, there's somewhere you're gonna have to go, right? Because there's a journey, right? And it says to align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? So what are you being called to leave behind? You're being encouraged where it's already done here. You're being encouraged and supported and confirmed here. But also we need to circle back again and see, where are you being called to journey to? Okay, what is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? That's going to be your critical advice. Okay, so I am going to close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, my pile number 4, my pink mini raspberry cheesecake. Let's take a look at your divine feminine energy. We're going to see just your overall energy you're attracting, what you're manifesting, what's magnetic to you right now as you step into this. Okay, so let me get you an overview while I'm trying to get you an overview. Okay, that was aggressive. Don't let pride get in your way. Believe in the impossible came out together. Okay. Some of you may have to be a little more active and confident. Okay, especially when we talk about matters of the heart. So I don't know how that's going to come into play when we talk about divine feminine energy. I do know sometimes people misinterpret divine feminine energy as passive and stagnant. That's a whole lie. Okay, that's not divine feminine energy at all. It's just receptive and not chasing, not overactive, right? We have a blue moon, so you're attracting some type of rare opportunity, right? Some type of situation that may seem impossible today is going to become very, very normal tomorrow. We have the new moon in Taurus. I love that we got all of the rulers of Venus, or all of the Venus ruled signs here, right? That new moon in Taurus, a new moon in Taurus may be relevant in some way, whether we're talking about near future, next year, year after, whenever you find this, because these are timeless. But regardless, you've got something great coming in terms of prosperity. Okay, I got a king of pentacles and a 6 of wands at the bottom. So I love that success coming in and stability. So tell me more about what my divine feminine energy is attracting for my pile 4 as we talk about this pink mini cheesecake. Okay, got a Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Okay, it's a lot of waiting. You better stop that. Some of you are being told to wait. Okay, I'm so serious. Like, don't listen to me. But like there's always a polarity, and in some piles it comes out a little more prominently than others. This is one of those strong polarity piles. If you've been overly passive, like I mentioned when I was channeling, stop that. You're moving too slow. You're delaying your blessings. You're delaying your attraction and the things you're attracting in opportunities, but like you're too slow to move on them to a certain degree, right? Or you're so passive that you're avoiding situations that would put you in a position to get your manifestation. A good example for that really passive side is, okay, so like let's say some of y'all just are hermits. Y'all don't go outside at all. Okay, bet. You're attracting this, you're heightening your aura. You're manifesting money. You're manifesting love. You're doing all of this labor to manifest something. But you never do the most critical step of, okay, let me go get a job. Let me go start a business. Let me go somewhere where I can actually meet some type of lover. You see what I'm saying? That's you. Okay? If you're really passive, like you're missing the step of execution in the 3D. There's others of you, you go move, you go move. You're like, nah, I'm going to keep building and building. Those of you like that, you're being slowed down. Okay? Something's going to happen soon. I don't know how soon. It's a long time coming. that's going to make you feel like, okay, I can, you know, I can ease up a little bit. I don't have to overextend or overexert myself. Yep. The literal card of overextension. See what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all are going to be like, you know what? I don't have to do that. I got the God of Wands at the bottom. I do want to overlay this 9 and 10 of Wands. Balance, justice, boom. Y'all look really good. So this is the power, divine feminine energy in terms of what you look like. Red is a color, right? It is. But something about rare shades of like red orangish, like less commonly seen, feels like a person that looks really good. You see what you see why I'm saying that, right? It looks like someone that looks really good in like that red, bronze, like brick red, or like what's that where it looks kind of like copper colored red. I don't know the shade, y'all. I can see it in my head, but I don't know what it's called. I know for a fact I'm seeing like old gold on the table, like that old gold shade. You look good in those types of red, orange, gold colors that are you see once in a blue moon. Okay, that's going to heighten your aura. It actually is going to help you manifest money. It attracts money and opportunities to you. Okay, all right, I love it. Everybody's looking so good. Yeah, but you're definitely going to master that balance of not doing anything to bring your dreams to fruition or goals to fruition, and doing so much that you just max out your energy. That's not necessary on either side. We've got a Gemini energy on the table, which does talk about kind of that balance. I know justice is ruled by Libra, but you know, we have the two sides of a scale. We have the two halves of a whole, right? The twins. So balance. And it's not lost on me that technically combined, you may be attracting some sort of a divine counterpart. Okay, this is a pile of doing that. So I'll get one more. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason I only want one more, because money. You're attracting money. The end. And be fixed in your perspective. Your opportunity is going to come. It's going to be one of the rare ones, but like, if you're manifesting money, the end, it's happening. I did, and I think I still have it here. An energy of harvest and gratitude is coming in, but I think, yep, communication, which is ruled by Gemini. There's some type of communication coming in that you're going to be really grateful about. The messages will be regarding money, assets, stuff. Okay. At the bottom I've got Aries, which is my go move, independent sign. Okay. Talks about our, like, how we come across the people and where we're very active. It's where we place our energy and when we use it most, where we're most efficient and likely to see results, right? So I like it. I'm gonna take this right here and see more. What's going on with this pink raspberry cheesecake? You're going outside. I told you, look, if you don't go outside, whether it's because you're overextending and so busy, or if it's because you truly just, you stay inside and you just hope. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm not judging y'all, but I'm making you aware that, like, no, these readings don't manifest even when they resonate if you don't put yourself in a position for that. That's been a theme a lot lately, but you're going to have to step out of hibernation, all right? Out of hibernation is a thing. So one more. Why do I keep saying one more? I would definitely want like 4 of these. So tell me about this pink mini raspberry cheesecake. Support. Incoming energy of support. Okay. I like it. Okay, so preparation in reverse talks about you're not going to need to do all this extra planning, all these extra steps, all this extra ruminating, right? The Knight of Pentacles is very meticulous. It's someone that does not move until they have all the facts. They know the exact plan, the exact steps, the exact move they need to take, like bar for bar. Okay, that's not necessary. You're going to loosen up and just roll with it. Notice that the Justice card is blindfolded, and kind of moving based on faith that the scales are going to align in her favor. That's going to be you. You're going to ease up, be less intense, less anxious, because these 2 cards feel like anxiety. Anxiety from waiting, anxiety from doing too much and being burnt out. That's not going to be you in the near future when we talk about your divine feminine energy and what you're attracting. So let me get one more. You're going to learn how to move on instinct and not have to be overly prepared like that, because that's not good. What is this? You're learning boundaries. So an incoming energy of boundaries. And listen, what are you attracting? What are you manifesting? What are you most receptive to? Okay, what is your divine feminine magnetic energy? Blue moon. Some of you look good in blue too, but I'm telling you, those colors are that I gave you, that's the ones. But this blue, something about rare opportunities. So you probably look good with like rare jewelry. I'm not saying it has to be super expensive. Like this can be less common style, right? Like you don't see many people with it, or most people don't even think about it. Like those colors I told you, like most people aren't actively looking for old gold, right? So that's what's going to be most flattering on you and heighten your divine feminine aura. But you got what's coming in? Blue moon. Impossible opportunities and situations. Especially when we talk about renewal. That's you. So let me take the bottom here. Okay. Guidance where you need communication. Some of you, that communication that's coming in is going to be guidance that really unlocks you. It's really going to inspire you with someone that's going to have the knowledge to really help you be a little more efficient in the way you do things, make you more comfortable. Okay, that's what you're attracting. So if you've been attracting support, because some of you are like, yeah, I'm in hibernation because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. It's like, I don't know anything. I need someone to show me how to do things, tell me how to do things. Incoming energy of support, remember? So that is coming in. You're attracting that where you need it, but you also have to be in the position to receive the support. You can't say you don't have friends, you don't have mentors if you never go out and make friends and find mentors, right? I need you to know that. Okay, so tell me, my pink mini raspberry cheesecake. We talk about love. Well, I don't want you manifesting disharmony. Definitely don't want that. If there's someone that you want to leave you alone, they absolutely will soon. So tell me more. If there's a disconnect you're trying to heal, clear up, you did have a lot of indicators of communication. This just fell out of nowhere. So maybe something about disharmony, this is going to fall out of nowhere, but it will clarify it. Look at that main attraction energy. Someone's trying to connect with you. Look at you. What are you attracting? There's a disharmony. So like, okay, watch it. Because some of you, there's a disharmony. You're attracting so much attention that it may affect your dating life, right? Like we have family and friends here, but disharmony and a lack of courtship because of how much attention. It's almost like there's gonna be love interests that are like find you so attractive. They're like, oh, Power 4 must already be in a relationship, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. So like it feels like your energy is gonna not be off-putting because it's attractive, right? But like Power 4 is not gonna go for me, right? This raspberry cheesecake is not gonna go for me. They have so many other options. I may as well leave it alone. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Some of you, there is a specific person on the table. Because remember, it's not all about what you're actively manifesting and attracting. It's what you're becoming more in alignment with. There's someone that can't quite catch up to you or get your attention, or will in the near future. They're finally going to get your attention. It may be through family, maybe through friends. Okay. Go to the Cupcake Crush Chatter readings. Okay. If you're interested in more on what this person, whoever, would be saying. But yeah, it feels like someone that's having trouble catching up to you is going to be able to get your attention through family or friends. So what else? Romantically, going to be a life partner that's really fun and playful. I love it. I love it so much. At the bottom, we've got vivid dreams. If you've been dreaming of someone, definitely on the table. That's definitely this person that's on the table with love and romance. Everything about this pile romantically, it feels very specific. Okay, so I don't know who this is, and if you don't have a person in mind, you're probably missing them. There's so much attention on you, or maybe you have like other people that are like right in your face, like someone that's trying to get your attention, trying to get your number. So like this other person can't really get there. If those of you that actually go outside. Okay, those of you that don't go outside, maybe it's someone that knows you and it's like Power 4 never goes outside. I never can catch them. Maybe I go through friends and family. Maybe I go through my friends and family. So don't self-sabotage by staying inside if you can avoid that, right? Because some of you, that's the thing. But you're dreaming of this person, okay? Or you will be dreaming of this person when this love message aligns, right? Tell me more. Oh, and by the way, part of your heightened divine feminine aura is gonna be prophetic dreams, just because you can. And we got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Okay. Lean into the energy of your foremothers, of your mother, your grandmother, the women that came before you. Lean into the divine feminine essence of them, whether that is working with ancestral energy, whether that is beauty, health regimens that have been related to your bloodline, right? I'm actually going to take this a step further and put y'all on game. For whatever reason, with this card, I'm channeling for your advice as far as your health, wellness, and physical appearance. Lean into like the body type you inherited. Like when we talk about health issues, be proactive about that. Like if you know you have certain things that run in your family and you're relatively young and you haven't kind of like started preparing in case that could be a condition for you, you need to prioritize nutrition that supports those things. Because that's what I got here. Because I got a grandmother here. All right. And you know, I do got family and friends. So you're attracting a closer, healthier relationship with family and friends. I love that so much for you. Specifically, when we talk about maternal figures, healthy relationship there. Okay. And when it comes to love, since that's on the table, you're going to love the maternal figures on that other side. Like you're going to be very, because you'll be, have worked so much on your divine feminine energy, the partner you choose, you'll be in alignment with the divine feminines around them. Okay. I've got a mirror that says who or what is triggering you. So you're going to have to ask yourself that. Okay. But what I like about this combination is it feels like healing generational trauma. Okay. It feels like healing things from your maternal bloodline, your mother, grandmother. However, this is a pile of absolutely healing, like the divine feminine energy. Like when we talk about people that do work and actually like heal their divine feminine side, like this is the one pile that would kind of one up that, because you're actively healing the bloodline, if that makes sense. Like you're healing inherited things. What comes to mind here before I close it out is, you know how they say women are born with like all of the eggs they're ever going to have, and how your grandmother once carried you because she carried your mother? Same vibe, right? And being able to alchemize that energy for the greater good of yourself and who will come after you. I love it. I love it. Love it. So that is really all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to close you out now.